Hello, welcome in everybody. Today we got something a little exciting today. It's a Mirage starter and the booster packs to the block. My lovely wife bought me this Mirage starter for an anniversary gift, so I picked up the boosters to go along with it. And I figured we'd venture back to 1996 and in Weatherlight's case 97 and open some stuff up. I know a lot of people are always saying, don't open it, you lose money, but it's not about that. I've been opening boosters and starters to make decks out of stuff I've personally pulled from packs, and it kind of brings me back to when I first started playing and making decks out of a card pool that was pretty limited. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Mirage was, I want to say, released in October of '96, and like we said, Weatherlight was following the next year in '97. But let's go ahead and get right into it and open this starter deck. You can pull the little cellophane tab around the front, but lately I've been trying to pull from the bottom and try and open it up. And I was thinking about doing like a draft, like a resealed draft or whatever with friends, maybe down the line. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to save the wrapper. And you put it back in there with the cellophane and the strip still on there, and you have some more fun. Okay, so something I learned about this, the Mirage starters were printed in USA and I believe in Belgium. The ones in USA don't have the cards inside wrapped in plastic, like a little cellophane wrapper, right? So this one was printed in the United States. It's just loose in the box. So the first one I opened up like this, I thought it was a repack, but it's not. The ones in the United States are not wrapped inside of cellophane, and the rule booklet doesn't separate the rares from the rest of the packs. So if I remember correctly, the rares are underneath the land, and I believe there's 22 land. I'm going to count them off. 1, 2. I think that was 22. So this will be our 3 rares. And then the uncommons and the commons are underneath there, and here's the lands. So Mirage was the first set that really made an effort to illustrate the lands, which I think is just a gorgeous set. It reminds me of like an Arabian Nights type theme. I love the art on this set, and the art in itself is just amazing. So I always try and flip through the land on video to show what it was, so I can always reconstruct the starter decks to their original state. Oh, well, Catacomb Dragon. I guess I grabbed one extra. There's one of my rares. That's awesome. That's a nice surprise. So one of those is going to be uncommon, but oh, that's sweet, dude. I love black. Was always my color. Okay, so we'll go through the line of we'll start with the uncommons. So we got Radiant Essence, Oratog, Mana Prism. We got the Wervin, Cinder Cloud, Rocky Tar Pit, Iron Tusk Elephant, Harbor Guardian. We got a Guild Mage, a Griffin, Binding Agony, Jungle Worm. He's a big fella. We got the Syrian Spear, Ascari. Yeah, I butcher a lot of names. It's funny. Okay, Feral Shadow, Fog, Dwarven Nomad, Ray of Command. It's always good to grab those Phyrexian Dreadnoughts when they're coming at you. Alurum, Grave Servitude, Seedling Charm, Builder's Bane, Sandbar Crocodile, another big guy, but he's got phasing. Ward of Lights, Drain Life's always useful if you got the swamps. Giant Mantis, Incinerate, good for getting rid of some of those pesky creatures that come out fast. Memory Lapse, another Guild Mage, Skulking Ghost, Gibbering Hyenas, Chaos Charm, Bay Falcon, Benevolent Unicorn, Restless Dead. God, the art on these things is so awesome. Okay, so one of these is going to be an uncommon. We'll just figure it out. So we got Manjari's Equity, Spirit of the Night, and Teferi's Guile, or Teferi's Isle. Man, that's pretty sweet. 2 black rares and a cool land. I remember when that first came out, the phasing aspect wasn't really understood, and it wasn't really a usable land, but pretty cool, man. I like the Catacomb Dragon. Pretty sweet art on these things. All right. You know what? I love going through these rule books. Pretty basic stuff, but it's always funny to see how they try to explain the rules. So I'll save the Mirage for last, and we'll go backwards with Weatherlight. Try and get a Null Rod, or maybe what is Lotus? Lotus something was in there, one of those lands, and Scorched Ruins was in there. But honestly, I'm not going for value. I'm really just going for playability. Take a pause here. Alright, starting from the back. We got Thunderbolt, Cinderwall, Merfolk Traders, Manta Ray, Zombie Scavengers, Dwarven Berserker, Rogue Elephant. That guy was pretty good when he came up early in the game. Gilded Strike, or is that Guided Strike? Man, I'm terrible at these names. Alright, drink another sip here. Alright. Sage Owl, good for rearranging or looking at what's coming up. Borrow Ghoul, Mind Stone. I can't remember if that was a rare or the top one's a rare. We'll go to the uncommons, I guess. Desperate Gambit, Familiar Ground, Phyrexian Furnace, and Fungal Elemental. That was our rare there. Fungal Elemental. Yeah, this guy, you sacrifice force when he comes into play. You put a 2/2 counter on him. So you can put him in late game, sacrifice a bunch of stuff, get a big old creature. Alright, on to Visions. I would love to pull an Undiscovered Paradise. Archangel would be sweet. That was one of my childhood friends' favorite cards. Well, this probably could be the rare. Okay, let's see here. We'll go with River Boa, Talrum Champion, Spider Climb, Freewind Falcon, Wicked Reward. That guy is actually pretty good. Vanishing, Wake of Vultures. Always love the art on that. Dwarven Vigilance. Something Change. What is this guy? Gossamer Chains. Fallen Ascari. Phyrexian Walker. I don't know if that's the rare or that's the rare. We'll save those for last then. Foreshadow. Karoo. Actually, I think I need that for my set. Stampeding Wildebeest. I believe that's the rare. And then Wand of Denial. Man, look at the art on those things. That's so good. Who did that one? Steve Luke. And the art on this whole set. I wonder who is the art director on this. Alright, last but not least, see if we can get a Phyrexian Dreadnought. I'd be stoked with a Grinning Totem, to be honest. That's probably the rare. We'll save it for last. Alright, so we'll go for Thirst, Dreamcache, Urborg Panther, Disenchant, always useful. Restless Dead, love that guy. It's like just like another Drudge Skeletons. Got Raging Spirit, another Incinerate, Rampant Growth. It's always good for mana fixing yourself. Dream Fighter, Sealing Charm, and Drain Life. Alright, on to the uncommons. Got a Flooded Plain, Roots of Life. This card will net you so much life, I swear to God. Alright, Consuming Ferocity, and a Pearled Dragon. You got 2 dragons in that. That's pretty good. Well, I hope I didn't butcher it too bad, stumble over the names, but this will add a lot of cool ability to the card pool I'm trying to build decks with, and I hope you enjoyed the video.